Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to Season 4, Episode 1, technically Episode 9 of the München Club. And as always, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. While you're all here, why not smash the like button? Make sure you catch up on all my content and stick around for all my future content. Congratulations again to those two winners yesterday of the game giveaway. Thanks to everyone who entered. That'll be it for giveaways, I think. Might be something in the future. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's nearly Christmas time and I'm absolutely buzzing. But I'm absolutely buzzing because we've got a brand new season of the München Club. But what a graft I've had on. A whole night of grafting. Trying to buy players, getting turned down for players, trying to get loans sorted. It's been a challenge, but I can't wait to share with you what I've been doing. I can't wait to hear back from you to see what you think about what I've done, about my plans for the future. And we're going to have a cheeky live com today. We're just a little bit into the season, and of course we're going to be playing the mighty Bayern Munich. Why not? I can't wait. We're probably going to get battered, but it's all good fun, isn't it? That's why I'm dressed as Superman today. I'm hoping to get some Superman powers, and we can finally beat them. But that ain't going to be easy. So let's get into it. Now I think a great place to start is here on the transfer page. It's now the 10th of September, so I'm into the season. We'll catch up on all that soon. But like I said briefly in the beginning, it wasn't easy, so I've been scouting a lot. Mainly, I've only got England, the English leagues, the German leagues, Croatia and Serbia on at the minute. So I've been scouting all of them, looking for available players. And it ain't easy. I mean, it's not easy at all. I didn't get as many players as I thought I would from like Croatia and Serbia. It's weird, isn't it? You go out there and you look for players and you're looking at the bottom end at players who are worth like 100 grand, 250 grand, but have got a great scouting report. And you can tell really who's going to potentially be the better player because you'll put a bid in for him, a suggested bid. And they come back and they go, oh yes, we'll sell him for 30 million. And you're like, ah! And then you can put in a bid for a similar player and they only want 1.9 million or 2.3 million or something. Even though they both look the same, both got the same potential. You can kind of guess. So I'm not targeting them top end players. I can't target a wonder kid. Ain't going to happen. But I did have a big list and I've had to work my way through it. I got turned down a lot. I even got accepted for things and we'd fall out over a contract. Or they'd accept, and the new thing on this game, innit? You can get a bid accepted, but then the board will change their mind or whatever. And it's a bit silly. But I've done my best to try and bring in a group of players. Because you saw the squad at the end of last year. It was tiny. Once all the loan players left, it was small. And add to that, a couple of them players were leaving anyway. I wanted to bring in a group of our own, and I was going to have to bring in a group of loans again. I've done my best. So what we're going to do is we're not going to look at the squad depth and everything like we normally do. I'm just going to go through the squad and show you my best players for each position as quick as I can to give you a good idea of what we're going into the season with. Goalkeeper-wise, Benjamin Uphoff will still be our goalkeeper. He's only 29. He's all round okay. He's okay, right? The trouble is, I could get any better without spending a lot of money. I just couldn't, so for now, it is what it is. I've got two backups for now. One of them is Christian Althuser, who is one of our own academy player. His potential isn't great. I just felt like if Uphoff got injured, I might need something else. So we brought in another young goalkeeper. And that is Zvonko Petrovic. He's 19, he's currently injured, which is great. Didn't cost me a lot, but I think he's a lot better. And he's got better potential. When he's fit, he will be my backup, and the other guy might drop back down. We'll wait and see, but I think he'll be a good backup. He was cheap, man. And I think 14 handling, 15 reflexes, it's a good basis to build on. At left back, we've still got Pear, one of our own. He's an academy player. He's played quite a lot for us now, which is great. But obviously, sometimes players become available who might be better. And we've managed to get hold of somebody who's apparently better, but I do like him. He's still got a big future at the club. His value is rising. He's fast. He's one of our own. And that left back is Dejan Blazic. And he's from Partizan in Serbia. He's not as quick, but he's got better mentals. He's determined. He's a good tackler. He can sort of cover in other positions-ish, but his ability is better. So I think I've got two good young left backs who are going to battle it out. Over to right back, and we of course have Mateusz Depov. Again, an academy player. He's pretty quick. He's a good young lad. Decent potential. One of our own. I want him to play more, but I needed another right back, and I was trying to sign quite a few. Couldn't get one. So we ended up going to the loan market. And we brought in Jack Scott, who hasn't got a face at the minute. I might look to see if he's a real player. Let me know if he is. We've loaned him from where have we loaned him from? Wolves. So he was at Fleetwood last year. But he looks good. He's probably a bit better. And he'll probably be starting. And with all my loans though, I'm only going for wages, you know. I'm not. That's another thing. A lot of good players out there wanted to come on loan, but I have to pay the wages and the loan fee every month. And we just ain't got that kind of money, or I don't want to spend that kind of money. Now we've brought in this player, he's called Adi Mafundu. Now he can cover properly defensive mid and centre half. He's been playing for me at centre half. I think he's potentially going to be great at both. The media say he's a centre back. Got great potential. We've got him from Schalke. It cost me over £1 million eventually. It might go up to 2, I think. The only centre back we've got that's actually ours after him is, of course, Nicholas Lang, who is now 20. He's decent. He's one of ours. He's been at the club for his entire life. He was here at 1860 München days. And he is basically staying here this year as our 4th choice. So seeing as I was really struggling to get centre halves, and I mean, I couldn't get any. I've had to go to the loan market, and we've got Eric Garcia from City, who ain't bad. Great ability. He's worth over £6 million. He's costing me 19 grand in wages, but that's it, no loan fees. And hopefully he can do a good job like some of his predecessors who have come from England on loan. And our other centre half is 19-year-old Italian Fabrizio Mancini, whatever you want to call him, from Inter Milan. Quite like, look at this kid. I like he's brave, determined. I think he's going to be good. I think he's possibly going to be our best centre half. Into the middle of the park, and we've got quite a few midfielders because I'm switching back to the VOLCANO this year, especially for the first half of the season. And we brought in Aurelio Busquets, 23-year-old Spaniard from Barcelona, all-round good player. This player we've signed, and I'm well happy we've signed him, Sander Tivale, Estonian, 18 years old. And we've managed to get him from Leeds United. He's determined, he can pass the ball. I mean, I don't know how well he's going to fit in the VOLCANO. We'll have to see. He might be able to adjust. He's got a driven personality. I think he's going to be good. I mean, he's playing for his country. And of course, we've still got Tobias Heigl. One of our own. He's 18. Now, he is unhappy. He wants a new contract, but he's got a big contract. He's got 2 years left on it, but he's got 3 optional extra years I can activate whenever I want. Now, he wants a new deal, and I was happy to do it, except he wants like a minimum fee release clause locked in for £2 million. As if he'll go for £2 million. I've had some of my youth players, one of them in particular, we'll talk about in a bit, a £2 million bid in from, I think it was Dortmund. So there's no way we're doing that. Next up, we've got Stefan Frenzel, and he has been promoted from the youth team basically because they're saying he's a good player. He's wanted. I've had loads of bids in for him, decent bids for like £1 million. He's only worth 130. He's got great potential. And if you don't give these kids, I know he don't look great, but if you don't give these kids a chance with this kind of potential, when do they get the chance? We've still got Velimir. You might remember I bought him last year. The little Croatian, he's now 19, got a beautiful beard. Can cover in a few positions, can play it right back as well, can actually cover up front even though he's finishing his 6th. Handy player to keep. Next up we've got Julian Herman. Again, one of our own. Again, someone with loads of potential. Again, someone who got bids in the summer. And I've just got to give these guys a chance. I mean, he's decent, his physicals are okay. And then the last player is someone we've brought in. It's Rico Bollenrath, 19-year-old German. We've got him from Cottbus. Again, I think he's great. Nice passing. I like his all-round game. And I think he will be a great player and get better and better. So I've got 3 left wingers. And the first is Fabian Grielinger. You'll know him by now if you've watched the entire series. He's been here since day dot. He's an old 1860 Munich player. One of his backups is one of the players I've bought this year from Nuremberg. Team I like because this kid's got pace. He can cross. He can dribble. He's got a bit of potential. He's 19. He's worth nearly £500,000. I think he could become something good. Got flair, a good team player. I'll be interested to see what he does, but I don't know how much game time he'll get this year. Because we've also loaned in Johnny Riddell, who is 18. We've got him from Wolves. And I think he's cracking. Probably going to be the starter. I mean, look at his crossing ability. And on to that right wing, and the second player I bought from Cottbus is Sven Fiora. Oh, it sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? 19-year-old, looks very angry. But again, a young player, a bit of promise, probably going to be my 3rd choice right winger. And one of the guys who might be starting is Paul Konig, who is actually German. He's 19 years old, and we brought him home from Burnley, of all places, from Lancashire to Munich, and he's happy as anything. He looks well German. I mean, on paper though, I'm not blown away by him. So I felt it was a bit weak, so went to the loan market and got myself another one. 18-year-old Dan Townsend from Watford, who I like a lot. I think he's probably going to be my starter. Hopefully he can improve for us while he's here. He was on loan at Coventry last year, so it's going to be good to see what he can do. So like I said, I'm thinking of fluctuating between the Volcano and the other tactic, so 1 striker, 2 striker, depending on how I feel, maybe in different situations in a game. Now the lads are all training in both, we're alright. And the 4th choice striker is going to be Theo Baumgartel, that's what I'm calling him. Now he's been with us ages. He was the young lad I wanted to give a chance to before I realised he was too young to play. So he's been in the youth team, he was in the München 2 team last year. And again, he doesn't look like, but his potential is amazing. And I'm getting bid after bid for him. Borussia Dortmund, Hertha Berlin, for like 2 million quid. Next up is Noel Billick, who I quite like. Got him last year. He's a young lad, 19-year-old Croatian. I think he could get better. He didn't do bad for us last year. He didn't score many goals. He played okay at times. Hopefully he can get a bit better. The other striker again is Borna Rasic, the guy I got for peanuts last year, 29-year-old, who on paper is good. He's a good leader. So I'm keeping him in the squad for now. But I was struggling. Strikers, man, I was struggling. But I needed one decent one. And this is the only decent one. It was anywhere near decent I could get. Here's Juan Hernandez on loan from Watford. He was at Sheffield Wednesday on loan last year. Scored a goal every other game. He's only 23 years old. And I think he'll be good for us. And there's loads of better ones. These guys have had on overseas, rebuilds and so on. Add on this one. Miller wouldn't come back. Well, Miller would have probably come back. Liverpool is now worth 30 million, and Liverpool want to play him apparently. Bollocks! But everyone who's any good, they want loan fees as well. So they want you to pay 20 grand a week wages maybe, and 150 grand a month. We can't afford it. So I don't know if you've realised, but this squad is young. I mean, Rasic and Uphoff at 29. You got Hernandez at 23, Busquets at 23, Greenlinger's 21. Garcia's 20, and then the rest are either 19 or 18, a couple of 17-year-olds. I am gambling with youth. I've got no wonder kids. There's a lot of them are promising players, but I am gambling that a lot of them still know each other, that the tactic's going to work. Because just like last year, the Bundesliga and the bookies did not believe in us. They put us at rock bottom and we finished 8th. So what do the bookies think this year? Rock bottom again! Brilliant. Jurgen Klopp's gone to Bayern Munich. I don't think that'd ever happen. Do you? Do you think he'd do that to Dortmund? I don't know if he would. This is. I know we've not got loads of quality, and a lot of them players won't be max stars in them bigger teams. But we did well. We did well last year. Do I think my squad's as good as last year? And I'm not 100% sold on it. Because I'm gambling on a bit of youth here and trying to slowly build a squad. Financially, we finished the season with 15 million. I've still got 12 in the bank. We've had other incomes coming in, don't get me wrong, like membership fees and all that kind of stuff. And I've still got 8 million to spend and 200 grand to wiggle around with in that thing. And I would spend it. I'd have spent more. I've just trolled through them lists. I've trolled and trolled all my techniques as much as I can. And I can't do anything. There's nothing. I'm just buying players and I've got a squad now. I've got to a point where I was like, let's just stick with this. Because I don't think I can better it at the minute. Now I have been able to add 2 extra coaches and 3 extra physios, which has been brilliant, even though we already had the best coaching team. Now when it came to me pre-season, I had one of my short pre-seasons, mainly because that first game, which we drew 0-0, was pre-arranged, right? And then we had a training camp. And then the amount of time in between my training camp and the VOLCANO first round was tiny. And I could only realistically squeeze in 2 games. So we went to Dubai, I think it was Dubai, or United Arab Emirates, somewhere around there. Well, the VOLCANO went amazing, but we didn't play the biggest team. They're a team from the regionals, so it's like 4th, 5th division kind of level. So we should be beating them, but it's just good to go out there and destroy them. Back to the old VOLCANO. Hernandez led the line with an hat-trick. We got a goal from Paul Koenig, the new right winger, and Eric Garcia, the centre-half. Dominated it. So yeah, we're in the VOLCANO. I mean, after last year, watching Freiburg go on and win it, and they got relegated, there's no reason why a team like us can't go on and win this. But then again, you could draw the current Bundesliga champions, RB Leipzig, with Julian Nagelsmann as their manager. Come on, game. Give me a little bit of a chance. So I've played 4 games in the league, and the first one was brilliant. Like, away against Cologne. And, you need to start playing games. Let's test this squad. Some of them don't know each other. Are they actually any good? And this was brilliant. To get average ratings like that in our first game as a team away. Scott getting man of the match with right back. Hernandez scored. Waddell scored. It was pretty even statistically. Possession-wise, it was bang even. And then we had this game. Our first game at home at the WWK, sounds like a wrestling promotion, arena in Augsburg. Obviously we're there, don't forget, our stadium's been renovated and expanded. And we came up against Mainz, who the bookies had as favourites, although I thought we could match them. And then we went down 1-0, and we went down 2-0, 67 minutes gone. I'm thinking, shit. I mean, I'd made 3 subs, and then they scored again, and I thought, yeah, I've got nothing. Got nothing in the tank. And then the game just changed. Sander Tavali in the 78th minute. Then we got a penalty, which Grealinger scored in the 84th minute. And then 2 minutes later, Dan Townsend with a winner. This was a fucking scream like a twat moment. What a live com that would have been. And then it gets even better. Schalke, massive favourites. I had this down as chalk it off as a loss and we'll crack on. This is not going to be a winning game. They have a good team, but fair play. We took the lead. Mancini in his centre half scoring. They equalised, and 20 minutes later, Sander Tavali, this little kid I've got from Leeds United, already a fan's favourite. And that is 3 wins out of 3. Until we played Wolfsburg, who were top of the Bundesliga. I know it's early days, but when we played them, they were top of the league. And we took the lead, and I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, I've fluked this. I've got a couple of decent young players here, and they just clicked. Wow. And then they dominated us, really. After that, I felt like we were getting battered, and we probably should have got beat about 6-1. But we didn't, do you know what I mean? And they didn't score the winner till the 82nd minute, and I really thought I could maybe hang on. And we find ourselves in the dizzying heights of 7th, above Bayern Munich, who we play today. At home. Look at where Dortmund are. Borussia Mönchengladbach at top of the league. Wolfsburg is still up there. Hertha Berlin, Schalke, Leverkusen, Leipzig up there as well. Whew! Hey? I'm happy. Tavali, 3rd best player in the league so far. I'm alright with this. We've got the most injuries up there with a few other teams, but I'm alright. We can keep picking up points here and there against teams that, we still got to play like Augsburg, Fortuna Dusseldorf, Frankfurt, Stuttgart, Hamburg, Hoffenheim, the shitter teams. We finally got our second money affiliate, which means we've got 2. We've got obviously the one we got a while back. When did we get that? Last year, Perth Glory in Australia. And now we've got Incheon, I think they call one of the big teams in South Korea. So we've got 2 now. Hopefully that's going to help the bank balance. Keep putting them a few extra little pennies in. Plus this season we're in a bigger stadium. Hopefully we're going to generate a bit more money. So as I mentioned slightly, do you remember earlier, Jurgen Klopp is now the manager of Bayern. He's left Liverpool to go to Bayern Munich. And he was doing brilliantly at Liverpool. Always does in this game. Won't mind him leaving them in real life. Maybe they'll go back to being shit. But yeah, only joking. Munich versus Bayern. We're at home in Augsburg. You've all made the hour drive from Munich. Let's do this. There's lineups, and the team is the best team I think I can put out, to be fair. But we're coming up against a legendary team here. But maybe it's a team on the slide. They didn't win the league last year, although they've still got some absolute worldies. Well, they've kicked off, and they're in all red. We're obviously in our beautiful home shirt. Black shirts, white socks, white shorts. Good bit of defending there from us. Someone get annihilated, but obviously we've just not got the talent they've got. And when you've got the talent they have, they should be winning. I mean, Lewandowski's probably getting on a bit. I imagine David Alaba's getting on a bit. A few of them probably are, but they've got some class players. Coutinho, Thiago. It's corner ball for the München club. Come on, lads. It's Heigl. Oh, bollocks. Nearly got us on the break. Here's Henry, or whatever his name is. I like to call him Henry. It's fancy it. Bailey! It's the post. Clear it! Right, here's Townsend. Straight from that goalkeeper. And charged on the right-hand side. Crap cross straight into the guy's butt cheeks. Isn't what we need. We need it in the box. Now it's Lewandowski and us on the break. Oh, thought he was going to get brought down. No. No, there's nothing wrong with that, ref. He carried on. He didn't get... What was wrong with that? So they've got a penalty for that, even though he got past him and he slightly put his foot out. He didn't fall, he didn't get tackled. He was running. He was going one-on-one with the goalkeeper. That's bollocks, man. I've just hit encourage. Oh, long ball! Oh, man. Oh. Right, here's Riddell on a yellow and on the left-hand side. Passes inside. Brought down brilliantly by Heigl, who lays it off to Tavali. Does nothing. It's absolutely pissing it down. Good bit of football from Bayern. And Ree gets through. Good save. Up-off's just grown with confidence, hasn't it? Sometimes you can have key highlights and have 20 highlights. Sometimes you have 2. So it's showing you, innit? There's a lot going on in this game. A lot. Oh, beautiful control. Riddle, can he get it in the box? Can you get it in the box? No, he can't. It's deflected. Just passing it around, having a bit of fun. Get it into the box. Into the freaking danger zone, the middle bit, for someone to get onto and hit it. So they're pissing about. They're pissing about too much. There you go, it's half time. I feel a bit hard done by. I don't know why, I just feel a bit hard done to. Do you know what? I don't care. I made 3 changes. We've changed our tactic. We've gone 2 up top. I brought off some yellows, which I think was important. Mixed it up a bit. I don't think Bayern would expect it. Maybe we can catch him off guard. Or maybe he's going to go tits up. Lewandowski again. He might be about 45, but he's absolute class. Great tackle. Come on. Oh, come on, boys. Here we go. New boy on the pitch. Awful pass. Awful pass from him. Oh, no. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. Right, we've got a corner. Come on. Can we get 1 goal back? He's going to kick himself for missing it. I'm going to kick him for missing it. I'm going to kick him right in the bollocks for missing that. Another corner ball. High goal to take it. Pass it around nicely in the middle. Get it forward. Oh, I like it. Oh, beautiful ball from Igel. What a young player he is. Scott crosses it in the ball. Bilic! Super sub. Hey, little Croatian hero. Does a cartwheel. Love it. Love it. I've had to add loads of faces to my face pack this year. Especially for Arsenal. My rebuild series. And for this, to be fair. Oh, no. Fuck. Igel. How does he... yeah. He's having a game of his life. He's pinging the ball everywhere. We get right back into it. And he passes it back. Like that. One day they're all going to be old and dead, right? And you can spend 100 million on a team. We're going to be a real team. A team of brothers. A band of brothers. If you've not seen that video, go back and watch it. Beautiful ball to Bilic. Oh, long ball to Bailey. Bailey 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper. Boom. 4-1. But we're young, aren't we? This is a learning curve for my boys. A good ass kicking. Well done from Garcia, though. I like it. Here's Townsend now. Come on, let's get a second. Let's get a second. I think that'll be like a winner for us, wouldn't it? Eh? We're not expected to... Jesus Christ. Well, there you go. That is the end of the game. We were never expected to win, but it's probably our worst ever performance against Bayern, and it shows our inexperience and our lack of quality. But then, 50-50% possession. We had more shots. We find ourselves in 8th, which is totally fine. -1 goal difference on 9 points. Still above Dortmund, which is weird. But I still think there's plenty of teams we can beat. I think we've proven that already this year. And I think we'll only get better as the year goes on. And we'll drop some. We'll win some. But I definitely think we're better than being in a relegation fight. I'm going to play all the way up to maybe RB Leipzig. It's usually about the halfway point. I might even play the winter break in a few more games. And come back for a game we might actually win. Against Hamburg, maybe, or Werder Bremen. It's about time we won a live comp, seeing as we've not won one yet. Well, that is it. The end of season 4, episode 1. Technically episode 9, as always. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you smash the like button, even though we just got battered 5-1. Who cares? You enjoyed it still. Like the button. Like it. Thumbs up. Hit it. Kiss it. Tickle it. Thank you very much. Subscribe if you're new. Check out my old videos. Stick around for my new. And have a good Christmas. Seriously, I hope you're all great. I'm not just sure how things are going to work over Christmas. I don't usually have a break over Crimbo. I'll just try and make a video here and there whenever I can. I'm working quite a bit as well, so it's never easy, but I will try and get my videos out for you. The Arsenal rebuild will be coming to an end soon. Episode 3 should be out at some point. And then I've got another rebuild in another country starting hopefully soon. Into the new year, we've got the Journeyman, and of course the München club will be carrying on for a little bit longer. As for the stories, there's another one coming out, but that won't be to the new year either. It's Christmas, man. Stay safe, stay happy. I love you all. I'm Bood. I'll see you next time.